everyone for coming here today. This really means a lot that you guys came here to show your support. I know some of you guys are from Manhattan, so thank you very much for venturing to Hoboken. Or Brooklyn, yes, thank you. I hope you guys are enjoying the barbecue. I know we have the drinks going. We're going to have the food ready soon. So thank you very much. This means a lot. I have a very special announcement to make, and I'm really excited to share it with all of you. But before I make the announcement, I kind of want to segue into it with a little bit of a story as to why I chose to live here in Hoboken and what led me to this announcement. So to get things started, those that know me best know that when I invite my family and my friends over to Hoboken, it's not just for dinner, it's not just for coffee, it's much more than that. It's to show them where I live and why I live here. So I always say, let's get out of my apartment, let's go through the streets of Hoboken, let me show you around. So I show them the beautiful cobblestone streets, and I show them the beautiful brownstones, and they instantly understand the charm that this city has to offer. And something I always do is I always bring them to the waterfront. The waterfront is like this spectacular $1 million view of the New York City skyline, which I hope some of you guys get to see today. It's a beautiful view, and it always leaves everyone speechless. To me, that view never gets old, and it's the reason why I actually came here to Hoboken. And so then I take them to Pier 13. Pier 13 is this wonderful pier on the water that you could actually grab a drink. There's a ton of food trucks, and these food trucks have great food. And my two favorite ones are Pizza Vita and Amanda Bananas. Pizza Vita has the greatest pizza ever. Being Italian, I know a thing or two about good pizza, and that's the best Neapolitan pizza I've ever had. So it's a great time, and it really brings a good community spirit to the city. And then we go to Pier C Park. Pier C Park is this beautiful park, architecturally built over the water, and it has great charm. You could see the New York City skyline, you could see the World Trade from a very nice angle. People take pictures there, it's very tranquil, and it's a great value to the city. And then the last thing I do is I always bring them to Washington Street. Washington Street is this beautiful street that is the principal street of Hoboken. And there's a lot of fine dining, you get to go to restaurants. It's really the economic driver of this city. And so as great as Hoboken is, and really that street brings everyone together, there are just as many issues that I'm vocal about that this city faces, just as I'm vocal about all the great things. And my friends always tell me, Nick, stop selling me Hoboken. I'm coming here and I like it, but please. And then I always tell them, listen, I'm not trying to sell you anything, I just have a great passion to show off this city to you. And I genuinely enjoy being here, and I love being here, and I can't express it that much. But again, as vocal as I am about how much I like it, I'm just as vocal about the issues that exist here in the city. And so some of those things go back to when I lived on 13th and Willow. I took the 126 bus line, and this bus line usually takes 15 to 20 minutes to get into the city, but that wasn't the case anymore. It started trending where it started taking 40 minutes, 50 minutes, over an hour, and that was extremely frustrating. And you had these long lines of people standing out on the streets, the lines would wrap around the curb, and residents would fight with each other. As one or two buses rolled in, the huge line, people would fight with each other and skip each other, and that just was not what Hoboken was about. And when you finally hopped on the bus, there was no seats, it was overcrowded. And so that led me to start something I did 2 years ago, which was create the Hoboken Twitter handle, Hoboken Commuter. This Twitter handle showcased the excessive long lines and the overcrowded buses, and it got the city council's attention, and it also got the mayor's attention. But there was absolutely nothing that was done about it. So then fast forward today, I live on 9th and Monroe, which is where we all are here today, and the same issue still exists. The buses that pick you up in the morning on Clinton Street, they're still packed, there's still long lines, and people are genuinely frustrated. And it doesn't just start at public transportation. It starts also with parking. The city gives out 15,000 parking permits when there's only 10,000 spaces. Things are becoming much more unsustainable. You have education where we have overcrowded classrooms and the infrastructure is so poorly designed. We need a new school. And so the common trend is we have this huge population growth, about 41% since 2000, but yet things are still unsustainable and nothing's being done. So you need a fresh perspective on that council, and I really do want to do that. I want to bring new energy and positivity and bring change, and I'm motivated to do that. So that's why I'm officially announcing my candidacy for Hoboken City Council 5th Ward.
Woo! Yay! Go Nick!
And one more thing, just one more thing. we're seeing trends in this country of people running for office at a young age, like Pete Buttigieg, who's running for office as president. And you also have Alexandria Cortez, who's our congresswoman, who's just as young. And I have a message to say to the mayor. And this is what the mayor said at a Crowley Alexandria Cortez event, at a campaign when they were running against each other. He was for Crowley. And he said, people in their 20s shouldn't run for public office. And I quote him, they're amateurs. And I have something to say to that. If you're gonna discriminate to someone based on their age, it's no different than discriminating based on their gender, and it's no different than discriminating based on their ethnicity. It's just not right. If you have a vision and you can execute that vision, it doesn't matter what your age is. It's not that we don't know how things are done or how have they been working for years. It's that we can make them better and they need to be challenged. And so I want to bring that fresh perspective to the city council. And 50%, close to 50% of the Hoboken population is between the ages of 18 and 34, and there's not a single person on that council that represents the age demographic. So I want to bring that to Hoboken, so please, thank you so much for being here. Let's enjoy this barbecue, and thank you so much. Thank you.